and welcome to Module 1B. Before teaching with any kind of textbook, or to any group of students, it is important to understand the program in which you are teaching. That's why in this module, we will look at the new English language curriculum for grade 3 to 12. This curriculum was issued together with Decree 32, 2018, by the Minister of Education and Training, and has been effective since the 26th of December 2018. For the full copy of this curriculum, go to the supplement section of this module. For now, we will provide you with an overview of the new English language curriculum for grade 3 to 12. To be specific, we will look at 1. The general principles of curriculum development. 2. The curriculum aims and objectives. 3. Competence and attribute development in the new curriculum. 4. Curriculum contents. 5. Teaching methods. 6. Assessment of learning, as required in the new curriculum. Let's start with the first part. 1. The general principles of curriculum development. The new English language curriculum for grade 3 to 12 was developed basing on these 6 main principles. 1. It complies with the general guidelines provided in the overall curriculum of the Ministry of Education and Training. For a complete analysis of the overall curriculum of the Ministry of Education and Training, you can go to the Read section and study from page 11 to page 33. From this document, you can find out more about the principles of curriculum development, the aims of the overall curriculum, the planning and contents of the overall curriculum, and the teaching and assessment methods embraced in this overall curriculum. This will help you to find out the similarities between this overall curriculum and the English language curriculum that we focus on in this training program. Turning to the second principle of curriculum development. 2. The curriculum is competence-based, in which communicative competence is the main goal of English language teaching and learning. The curriculum defines competence as follows. Competence is the personal attribute, which is formed and developed basing on one's own aptitude, as well as his or her process of learning and training. It allows a person to mobilize and synthesize the knowledge, skills, and other personal attributes, such as interests, beliefs, determination, in order to perform successfully a particular activity, and achieve desired outcomes in particular circumstances. 3. It is also theme-based, in which themes and topics are interrelated, and allows for the development of both language knowledge and communicative competence. This principle facilitates 2 significant factors. To begin with, a system of interrelated themes and topics allows for both the repetition and expansion of learning contents at different levels of learning. Furthermore, this system also includes the development of language knowledge, namely, pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary, and communicative competence. In other words, this principle allows for a multidimensional, or hybrid approach to curriculum development, popular in the foreign language programs in many countries today. 4. It is learner-centered. By learner-centered here, it means the learners are engaged in active, autonomous, and creative learning, while teacher becomes the organizer, the guide, and the facilitator in the learning process. This will encourage learners to practice language most frequently, and improve their autonomous learning. 5. It ensures the transition and continuity between different levels of primary, lower secondary, and upper secondary education. By following the 6-level foreign language competence framework for Vietnam. Take a minute to study this table, to understand this transition and continuity. The sixth and the last principle is that the curriculum is flexible and open enough to suit the local conditions of English language teaching. Instead of specifying detailed teaching contents for each grade or level of education, the curriculum now only outlines the expected outcomes for each language skill, for each grade and level of education, and proposes corresponding teaching contents basing on these expected outcomes. Textbook writers, educational institutions, and teachers have more freedom to conduct teaching, as long as they meet these requirements. For example, teachers can now choose to use one or several textbooks and referential materials, etc. in their teaching, as long as they meet the outcomes and requirements specified in the curriculum. This will provide plenty of flexibility for textbook writers, educational institutions, and teachers in their daily teaching practices. Alright, let's recap what we have learned so far in this video. In this module, we have learned that there are 6 different aspects of the new curriculum we will need to look into. For the first video, we study the general principles of curriculum development. Do you remember? 1. How many principles are there? And 2. What are the key words in each principle? Let's stop here for a minute to see if you can answer these questions. Okay, have you finished? There are 6 principles in total. Pay attention to the key words in red as I recall them one by one for you. 1. It complies with the general guidelines provided in the overall curriculum of the Ministry of Education and Training. 2. It is competence-based, in which communicative competence is the main goal of English language teaching and learning. 3. It is also theme-based, in which themes and topics are interrelated and allow for the development of both language knowledge and communicative competence. 4. It is learner-centered. 5. It ensures the transition and continuity between different levels of primary, lower secondary and upper secondary education by following the 6-level foreign language competence framework for Vietnam. 6. It is flexible and open enough to suit the local conditions of English language teaching. Good job everyone. See you in the next video.